some different attachment techniques you can use in Sculpture Center. Remember, before you have access to the tape, the glue, and the staples, you have to pass the attachment challenge. So I'm going to give you a few different ways you can attach stuff. We have cardboard tubes and cardboard and paper and pipe cleaners, brads, popsicle sticks, rubber bands, string. There's all kinds of different ways we can attach stuff. So let's go ahead and start with the cardboard. And an easy way to attach the cardboard is just to make some slits in it. And you want to make sure that you don't go all the way to the end. I'm just going to go about halfway, and I'm going to make the slit a little bit wide. So I'm going to make 2 cuts in and tear out the middle part. And I'm going to do the same to this as well. If you're having trouble cutting, sometimes you might have to actually hold your scissors with 2 hands. That's okay. Or if you need a friend to help you, they're just going to hold their hands this way so that their fingers are out of the way. And they can hold it sturdy, and then you can cut. But since I'm doing it myself, I'm just going to cut it. And then once you have slits, you can just stick them inside each other. If you don't stick it all the way, you notice it's not very sturdy, so you kind of have to push it a little bit so that it'll stay. So that's one way you can attach things. You can do the same thing with a toilet paper tube. I already started a cut in this one. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. And then I could just stick a piece of cardboard in that way, like so. You can also use the brads. Just punch holes in whatever you're trying to connect and stick the brad in the hole, turn it around, fold the brad open and push it down a little bit, and that way this piece can move now. We can also use some sewing techniques. So if I wanted to put this paper, say, over this cardboard tube, I'm just going to start by punching some holes in it. Remember, the hole punchers, most of them don't have covers, so the holes are going to kind of fly everywhere. Try to do it over your table or the trash can so that we can end up putting everything in the trash can and not make a mess on the floor. And then I can just wrap this around the cardboard tube, and using some string I can just thread it through, and I'm just going to lace it up like you would your shoelace. And now the paper's attached to the tube. You can also use rubber bands to attach things. If I wanted to have these like an X, I just need to make sure when I'm wrapping my rubber band that I wrap it around so that it makes an X in the middle. And you just keep wrapping it till it gets tight enough. So that's another way to attach things. You can also use tabs to connect things, and to make tabs I'm just going to cut off the corners of my piece of cardboard. So there I have a tab. Now I'm going to make a slot to stick it in, so I'm just going to fold this piece of cardboard so that I can cut a slot in the middle. And then I just stick the tab inside the slot, and I can fold it up like so, so that it stands up. If you need to get a hole in the middle of your piece of cardboard, I'll show you how to do that safely, because I see a lot of people trying to put holes in cardboard by holding their scissors this way, and then they're doing this, and then once this goes through the cardboard, look what's going to happen. I'm going to slice my finger. So that is not a good way to get a hole in your cardboard. What you're going to do is you're going to close the scissors and make sure you have something underneath it, some piece of scrap cardboard or something, and you're just going to hold it like so that your fingers are out of the way, and you just kind of drill a hole in it this way to get your hole in your cardboard, and you're just going to have to kind of push. And then once I get it this way, then I can hold it up and make sure my fingers are not in the way and put my scissors all the way through, and now I have a hole in the middle of my cardboard and no sliced fingers. So make sure when you're doing things with the cardboard and your scissors that you're being safe. Count your attachments for you. So for example, I've got cardboard. Well, let's count materials first. I've got cardboard, pipe cleaners, paper, string, and brads. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different materials. And then my attachments are, I've sewed the paper on, so that's one attachment. I've attached these pipe cleaners by folding them over, so that's 2 attachments. Even though I've attached the pipe cleaner twice, it's the same attachment. So I've got the string where I've sewn, and I've got the folded pipe cleaners, so that's 2 attachments. I've got slots where I attached the head, that's 3, and then I put the legs on with brads, so that's 4. So I have 4 different attachments that I've used in this sculpture. So even though I used the brads 2 times, because it's the same attachment, it only counts as 1 attachment. So you're going to make sure you get all the attachments you need for whatever grade level you're at, and you're going to have a friend check it, and then after your friends check it, then you're going to bring it to Miss Howard, and Miss Howard will check it, and once you've finished with all your attachments and all your materials, then I can check you off as opening the Sculpture Center and passing the attachment challenge.